So this month's Camera Club theme is water, and today I've come to Lucan, where I've taken 5 transition year students from Balbriggan Community College, and I'm going to teach them everything they need to know about shutter speed.
So last year we actually introduced transition year into Balbriggan Community College. I thought it was a fantastic opportunity to bring a passion of mine from outside the classroom inside the classroom. So we have one class a week in TY, and students learn a particular topic each week, and then they email me in their homework, and we kind of have a little bit of constructive criticism.
Because at the end of the day, not every student is academic. We need creative students out there too, don't we?
So it's brilliant to see creative, the creativity in the students coming out as well. So and a different side to the classroom as well. That would normally.
It's such a good idea.
Yeah,
well done, Elaine.
Thank you.
Noah, how are you enjoying the photography aspect of transition year?
I'm loving it. I always like photography, but now I have the chance to learn all the skills and how to make the photos look that little bit better.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I got the chance, and really glad that Miss McCarthy's teaching us.
So do you see yourself becoming a professional photographer?
Hopefully, that's the dream, but yeah, if I can, I definitely will.
I'm loving it. I got a camera last Christmas and I didn't really know a lot about it.
Sure.
But with the course in transition year, it's taught me a lot about the more technical side and the settings and ISO, aperture, all the different settings on the camera.
Are you this diligent with all your subjects now, Jack?
Maybe not. I think I enjoy photography a bit more than some.
The first thing we need is a tripod, because what we're going to do with our first photograph is we're going to photograph the water falling on a slow shutter speed, all right? So we need a tripod to keep our camera really, really steady. I'm going to use a 24-70 lens, and the 24 part of the lens is going to give me a nice wide angle, because we've just got a lovely wide scene here to shoot. It's very, very bright today, and it's a lovely day, but it's not ideal for photographing a slow shutter speed because there's too much available daylight. So I'm going to use what's called a natural density filter. So basically what this is, it's a dark filter, and what that's going to do for me is give me like an overcast day, which is what we would have needed to shoot a slow shutter speed. So the next thing we need to figure out is when we find our waterfall is what sort of composition we're going to use. First of all, today we're going to photograph the waterfall straight on, all right? And then what we'll do after that is we'll take it from a different angle, and afterwards we'll compare the two shots. So I'm going to photograph the shot first of all on a wide angle, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the shot in and get it on a narrower angle. So this is the narrower shot here, okay? And this is our wider shot. So when you're photographing a water scene or a landscape, it's always very useful if you have something in your foreground as well, because it just adds another element to the picture. Today we have some sort of a gate that was thrown into the water, but we're going to use that now as an element in our photograph. So you see the gate? And the rule of thirds here as well. The gate is in the bottom third. Second third here is the water, and the houses up there is the top third. But down here in the right-hand corner is the gate that I'm talking about, and your attention is drawn to that. So, it just gives you a different element to the photograph and something else to focus on. So we have photographed our waterfall with a slow shutter speed. I now want to photograph it with a fast shutter speed. Now, I'm going to take off my natural density filter because I want to let more light into the camera so that I can achieve a fast shutter speed. Now the fast shutter speed that I'm going to use is probably 1,000th of a second, and that's really going to freeze that water as it's falling. So this is it here with the fast shutter speed. So I'm going to zoom into it. So do you see the droplets of water as they're falling? At 1,000th of a second. So you can literally see the droplets as they're falling. Always try and change your angle. When you're looking at a shot, look at the composition and move around it and take lots and lots of different shots and come back then and compare them on the computer. So you can see already here our angle has completely changed, and now we can see sort of the steps in the waterfall a little bit better because we're looking at it from a completely different angle. So we're now going to photograph that again with a slow shutter speed, and also with a fast shutter speed, and we'll have a look at our results at the end. So the last shot that we took of the waterfall straight on was at 1/6 of a second for our slow shutter speed, and I'm going to do the very same here, 1/6 of a second from this angle. So you see, we can see the steps of the waterfall coming down much clearer because we're at this angle. And also the rule of thirds here is much nicer. So the bottom part of our image is full of greenery and foliage. The middle part is the water, and then we've got all the lovely trees on top. And also that house in the right-hand side really adds a lovely element to the photograph. So this is it with the fast shutter speed. They're two totally different shots, aren't they?
Completely different.
With the frothy water and then your water droplets. So don't be afraid to experiment with your shutter speed because you can get really, really cool shots. Okay, so I'm going to set you all a challenge now. I'm going to let you take some photographs. You can use any of the locations along here, and you're going to have to set your own settings and experiment. So we've had great fun today filming with our transition year students from Balbriggan Community College. Did you enjoy that, guys?
Yeah.
And did you learn anything?
Yeah, I learned about composition and how just moving and changing your angle just changes everything.
I think I learned how important it is to experiment with a shot, not just to use one angle and one setting only. I think just to change things up a bit, and you can see the difference it makes.
So you're going to be our next budding photographer.
I hope so anyway, yeah.
Well, the theme for this month is water, and do keep sending your images in to us at the Ireland AM Camera Club.